My shoe's untied.
I don't have laces on my shoe.
I can't find laces to replace on that one pair of shoes. They are impossible to find. I have to hire a cobbler to make some.
Every weekend.
Every weekend.
Not just every other weekend. It is every weekend.
Not most weekends.
95.9 KCKL. Good morning to you, East Texas. I'm John, and I got Brett and Shai here with me today. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're always wonderful, Shai.
Doing great.
Sorry.
Oh, look,
Shai, I'm good.
Good to know. Good to know. We're also good over here, John.
That's
so.
good. That's good. So, what do you guys have going on over here today?
Well, you know, it's been another beautiful week here at Cedar Creek Lake, and this is the time of year where there's a lot of things going on in our area. So be sure and take some time out to get out there, support some of your local businesses, meet your neighbors around the area. But this weekend is also one of the most appropriate holidays of the year, Mother's Day. And our mothers do so much for us, and I know Shai and I got pretty lucky in this category with our mother, but we should take some time out this weekend to show them just how special they are to us. And if you haven't found that perfect gift for her yet, maybe consider buying her a new home, and we'd be happy to help you out with that.
Yeah, it's few and far between on the mothers who wouldn't appreciate a brand new home.
Mm-hmm. Remember, she deserves it. She does quite a bit for
She
me.
deserves it. She needs it. Must have it.
But, you know, during the course of home ownership in one's lifetime, most people end up owning several different homes. And all these are the perfect home for certain parts of someone's life. But there always comes a time to move. Not because it's not still a great home, but because our needs change throughout our lifetime. And that's why today we want to talk about downsizing. And downsizing is often viewed as a rite of passage into retirement. So when people choose to go smaller earlier in life, it can seem like a step backwards. But downsizing isn't only for retirees and empty nesters. It makes sense for a variety of people.
Yeah, actually there's downsizing needs and there's downsizing desires in just about every demographic. Whether it's retirees, whether you're in the middle of your life and you're really getting that career going, you know, and you're wanting to focus your time on that rather than, you know, maintaining as big of a home, or if you're younger and so you're wanting to go and travel, and so you got your career going early, you had that bigger house, but now you're wanting to travel, and so you want to get into what they call lock them and leave them. You're wanting something small that you can come home to, but when it's ready, you can go and do life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of advantages to this. Some of the advantages of downsizing, first of all, is increased cash flow.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the increased cash flow, how that could work for us, Brad.
Well, you know, if you're spending less on your mortgage payment, you're likely to have money left over every month to allocate for other needs or desires. Mm-hmm. You could also pay cash for a smaller home from the proceeds of your existing home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's you've got both factors in here. One, you might have more square footage, and so you're wanting to downsize into a smaller square footage home and take some of that equity that you've built up, because every home, even if it's your forever home, is still an investment. And so maybe it's time to pull some of that investment money out, downsize into a smaller square footage home, and free up some of that equity cash. You've also got the style of your house. You might have a more detailed house, that would be higher end build, that you can bring some of that equity out of there and go to a simpler style of house that doesn't require as much maintenance, doesn't require as much upkeep. It's just simpler living accommodations. So you've been investing in this house for years, and you've built up this equity. Either you've just from paying off a mortgage, over the years, or even if you bought it cash years ago. So you bought this house cash for X years ago, and it's added Y, and now it's worth Z. And so you want to get Y back out, because just as the area has improved, your home value has improved, and you'd like to now take that investment capital back out and use it for something else.
Yeah, you made a couple of good points there too. With that extra capital, I mean, you could do some of that traveling you were talking about.
Yeah, if whatever it is that, whenever we get to different stages in our lives, we have different interests, we have different desires, we have different needs that we need. Some people, want to travel, and so, if you've got like a 3,500 to 5,000 square foot house, that's a lot more, shingles to get dinged by a little hailstone here. That's a lot more fascia to put a stripe of paint on there. That's more carpet in the bedrooms to have to vacuum. That's more heat and air that you have to pump in and out of that house every single day. So just reducing that square footage there can reduce those upkeep bills and just the maintenance bills and just your general utility bills.
Maybe free up a little cash to get mom something nice this weekend.
Yeah, get mom something nice this weekend.
Another thing we had going is it gives you more time. Fewer rooms and smaller spaces cut down on time expended to clean and maintain. Reducing time on household tasks can leave more hours in the day to do something else more enjoyable.
Yeah, like, years ago, I had no problem hopping out to a huge backyard. You could throw me out in 10 acres on a tractor, and I'm happy as a lark. But, today, probably not my thing. I've got other commitments in life that have come up. I've moved to a different stage. So, like for me personally, whereas years ago I might have enjoyed that bigger yard, enjoyed my yard maintenance. Now it's just, for me personally, it's a time factor. So, maybe a little backyard that I can come home, plant a few little potted plants or something like that. But, I don't have to spend 4 to 6 hours every weekend mowing and trimming and weed eating, or have to hire somebody else to do that for me every single week. Plus, in my condition, spent a few years over there in the sandbox with the Marines, and so I've developed a few joints here and there that don't exactly move and bend. They more like creak and kind of snap a little bit sometimes. So getting out there sometimes and pushing that lawnmower all day can kind of get tedious on the knees and ankles. And some days I just don't feel like doing that. So maybe downsizing, like in my situation, something smaller that I didn't have to put my body through that kind of toil every day can sometimes help me out a little bit.
Yeah, and freeing up that time, it could give you a little extra time to get out and do something with mom this weekend.
Yeah, get out and do something with mom. I'm sure she'd like to go to some festival or something out there. She's probably going to try to guilt me into going over to a certain grain silo over in Waco this weekend and trying out a new restaurant over there. But we'll see how that works out.
Mm-hmm.
What other advantages we got there with maybe some downsizing?
Well, one of the bigger ones here is lower utility bills. It costs a lot less to heat and cool a smaller space, and less square footage decreases the amount of energy used. And so one thing people are downsizing into is a newer built home that is more energy efficient. Yeah,
you've got multiple things that can help with your energy efficiency. Just pretty simple. One, just reducing the square footage, but also, you've had the big vaulted ceilings for years. Bringing down your ceiling height, bringing in your walls. You've had that extra 1 to 2 bedrooms you haven't been using for a couple of years, haven't even stepped foot in them for 5 years. And so maybe it's time to let them go and let somebody else enjoy them and get to something where you're actually using and enjoying that square footage. And that reduces that energy bill. Plus, like you're saying, there's a lot of great options with new builds these days that with the better windows and doors insulating, the better types of insulations in the wall, plus the new air conditioner, you don't have to worry about fixing that air conditioner. You can get like a 210 warranty from these builders to take care of that air conditioner has problems. You just call that home warranty company. A lot easier for you.
Yeah, and speaking of downsizing, I got a couple of quick properties I want to tell you about if you're looking for something just a little smaller to get into.
Yeah, what do you got today?
First one's over here at 18251 Rocky Point Run. It's over in Cedar View Estates. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath waterfront home in the Eustis School District that it offers amazing views from every room. Has lots of mature oaks, pines, and palm trees around the area. Open concept, decks and gazebos, and remodeled master suite that you can get for only $199.
Oh, that's worth checking out there if you're wanting to downsize into something. That's a good one to go check out.
And something even smaller, if you get looking to get a little bit less room than that, over at 19120 South Highway 274. Now this is going to be in the Kemp School District here. Is a cute little 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath brick home. It has been recently updated, has wrought iron fencing all the way around the perimeter, but it's still got a little storage area with a 30 by 40 foot shop out back that you can get out there and keep some of your items, do your crafting outside.
And we were talking about, if maybe yard maintenance is something you're wanting to get away from, that one has a pretty good advantage on getting away from that yard maintenance, don't it?
Very little yard here.
Very little yard. Lots of parking.
Lots of parking.
So, like, if you're wanting, you got a couple of cars, you got that RV or camper, it's got the concrete slab place to put those toys, but you don't have to worry about the yard maintenance. So if you're wanting to downsize into something to travel with the wrought iron fence, the concrete park in that shop, this is a perfect lock them and leave them and go travel.
It does have the RV hookups for your traveling.
Yeah, plus it's right there on 274, so get out easy with that RV and get gone.
Right, and you can get this for only $155 today.
What else we got?
Over here, nestled in a quiet area just northwest of Eustis, this 2-bedroom, 2-bath home. It sits on 4 acres and looks out over a large pond. Front and back porches, carport, and Connex storage boxes. This is a small home with a great view for only $99.5 today.
Yeah, that's a good one right over there, just outside of Eustis, right? Yeah, if you want to get into something small, low maintenance, but has those few acres, to play on. So you're one of the ones that you're wanting to downsize a little bit on the house, but have a little bit more space to stretch out on the good soil, then that's a good opportunity to take advantage of right there.
And I got one more for you before we leave you today over at 107 West 14th Street. This is also over in Kemp. Beautiful remodeled 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick home. It's in a nice area just right down from the school there for only $109.5 today. This one's just fresh on the market.
Yeah, that's worth taking advantage of. That's just a good size living home for somebody that's just wanting something they can move into, maintain easy, have those good utility bills, worth checking out right there today. So if they want to take a look at these properties or maybe another property, how do they get a hold of you today, Brett?
Well, as always, you can call me at 903-340-6301.
And I'm Shai at 903-340-6159. Or give one of our great agents at Coldwell Banker American Dream Realty a call today, 903-887-7055. They'll be happy to help you out. Give them a call, give us a call. We'll help you get your house on the market, see what we can do for getting that equity out, getting you downsized, getting you into something that fits your needs, and maybe getting you that home for Mom this weekend.
Yeah, I remember Mom this weekend.
So we'd like to thank you, John. Thank you for having us.
It is no problem. I gotta steal the mic back.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, folks, you are listening to 95.9 KCKL, and we will be back with some more great country music, so stick around for that.